So, another week. I've started it by just immersing myself in my Trello board and getting everything lined up, because basically I feel like we're about to start a final leg of the marathon that is this immense project that I've been working on. It launches at the end of August, so we've got a load to get in place before then. So I've just been getting on top of that, but also getting on top of childcare for the summer, because I really need to make sure that all of that is booked in. So I've been going through lots of dates. Time to do the first podcast of the week. About to record the podcast. Ben's just setting up his microphone, but somewhere in this house there is a fly. So I can reopen the windows because my afternoon podcast today has cancelled. He forgot, which is fine, because actually they've kind of done me a favour because I've got loads of client work to do, but also because I'm recording so far ahead that it doesn't matter. It's not like, and I have done this in the past, that I'm recording today and then hoping to publish it this week. Like, I'm miles ahead. His episode isn't going out till August, so it makes no difference really. So each day I make my wife a smoothie for her breakfast, but also a pot of fruit for her to take to work. But bad news for her, she forgot it today, but good news for me. So I get a lovely pot of fruit salad. Weird that I go to the trouble to make it for her, and yet I don't bother to actually make any for myself while I'm here. Well, there we go. Quick haircut, because I'm hosting an event tonight. It's the Children's University. No, I'd not heard of it either until a few years ago, but look it up, it's quite a cool thing. Graduation. What was quite cool though, just then, was that guy used to cut my hair all the time for years, and it happened to be that particular barber today, and he's like, how's the radio going? Which obviously I've not done for like best part of 4 years now, so good filling him in on what I'm doing. Always worth telling your barber about your freelance business, I think, because barbers talk to a lot of people. You never know when he might go, oh yeah, what, you need a video done? Yeah, I know this bloke who comes in here, gets his hair cut, blah blah blah. Case in point, he's telling me about somebody else who goes in there who's a graphic designer, freelancer in the town, suited and booted. Actually not booted, trainered. So basically the way they work it, there's so many kids in the area that they break it into 2 graduation ceremonies. So the first one is finished and it's 5:30, and the next one doesn't start until 7. So I'm going to see if I can grab somewhere to sit and do some work. Yeah, make the most of the time. There you go then, break over. It's nice here, isn't it? Look. That was a really useful break. I managed to get 2 infographic briefs done, which is good because I need to get some more ticking over. So just got to make the most of all the time I have available. Back to this now. Hope I dry off in time. Change back into my trainers now. So it's Wednesday, just dropped the kids at school, and I've got a Skype call at 10 o'clock to kick off a project with the French writer who I found over the last couple of weeks. So that's exciting. I tell you what, most of my calls and stuff are on phone, but you definitely get a better conversation when you're on a Skype call, like chatting to somebody face to face. So that's the first time we've spoken to our new French colleague, as it were, in writing these scripts, and I now feel like I know him in a far better way, and hopefully him to us, than if we'd have just done that on the phone. You can feel like a bit of an idiot doing video calls, but I think we all need to start getting over ourselves and doing them more, because they definitely have a huge benefit. So it's Wednesday night. I feel like I've done a ton of stuff today. My wife is out at a gig. The kids are asleep. I had dinner with them, which meant I could start on my side project of the vlog really promptly, about 7:30, and it's now 9:45 and it's all finished, so it's a couple of hours editing that. Gotta be honest, I didn't realise it was getting that late. I've really got into putting together this edit. Yeah, just a really interesting, really enjoyable edit to put together. And suddenly it's gone midnight. No wonder the cat is hungry then. That was fun. My usual Thursday morning, go and work from a coffee shop. Got a couple of scripts written. Tell you what though, I'm regretting staying up late last night, like really late. Feeling a bit groggy today. So, Friday morning, just got back from the school run. Last night I did a load of editing, finished off a video which I'm really proud of as well. It's like this epic 20-minute tutorial, which I think will really make a difference. Oh, and then I also stayed up, because it's the end of the month, sorting out a load of payment runs for various invoices, and found myself chasing like 2 separate freelancers about their invoices, which, I don't know, maybe that's like karma from the episode a few weeks ago where I had forgotten to invoice and a client reminded me. I mean, actually, when do you invoice? Because I tend to, as soon as I've done a job, I invoice. But I've found that a couple of the people I work with, they tend to just invoice once a month at the end of the month. And I get the fact that from keeping all of your paperwork to just one day, maybe that makes sense. But for example, one of them did a job for me on the 1st of June. It's now the 30th of June, and they still haven't invoiced. Now, what if I then don't pay them for 30 days? That's like 2 months since they did the work. Don't know. I mean, it's up to them, but yeah. Am I wrong for invoicing immediately? "30th of June. I remember recording one of these episodes where I was like, how is it March already? But seriously, we are now officially 6 months through the year. This morning I published the 100th episode of Being Freelance. It's a really good chat with Anton Sten. I can't believe it's like 100. it's big, like 100 conversations. With that, my head turns to promoting the podcast more. Like, I need to do some more guest blogging and maybe centre that around 100 podcasts. So I need to think about that. Despite my workload, there's no point putting all the effort into the podcast if more people over time don't start to find out about it. But one really nice thing from the chat with Anton is that everything that is worthwhile and is gonna last takes time to do. Like his newsletter, his reputation, his business, it takes time. And often, naturally, we want to look for quick fixes, but so long as you're not wasting time, I think it's good to accept that things just take time.